aux États-Unis.
Any luck?
Je comprends pas. Hold again.
Hold.
What did she say?
I have no idea.
Something's ringing.
Le numéro d'accès direct 36 25 05 05. Merci.
We have to punch numbers.
I think they said punch 0 sank. Doesn't that mean 0505?
Mm-hmm.
Try it.
Okay.
The sound in the airport.
Hey, that's cool.
I love that sound.
Les Star Trek.
That's the sound when they page in the airport.
Are we directly paging?
We don't know.
Are we on the air in the airport?
We're probably talking.
Paging Richard Smoker.
Ringing again now.
Oui, bonjour, aéroport de Paris.
Oui, bonjour, mademoiselle. Vous êtes en radio aux États-Unis maintenant. Comprenez-vous?
Yes.
Oh, very good. Parlez-vous anglais?
Yes.
Oui, we're looking for a passenger. Je cherchais un passage de voyage aux États-Unis. Ils sont très célèbres et ils nomment son Richard Smoker.
Can you speak English, please?
Oh, sure. We're looking for a passenger by the name of Richard Smoker. Could you page him, please?
We don't page any people in the airport. Is he arriving from somewhere? Or
He's on his way to the United States.
Arriving from Barcelona.
From Barcelona to the United States. Ils sont très célèbres.
Is there a message board or something that you have?
I can leave a message downstairs at the information desk, and you can pick it up, and you'll see his name on a desk. Well, he'll see his name when he's going to arrive from Palma.
Okay, I think
At what time did you arrive?
I think about an hour ago. I think he was on Iberian.
Yeah.
On Iberian Airlines, and they're about to board in 3 hours to go to Chicago, USA.
Do you know at what time he arrived?
I think they arrived an hour ago.
An hour ago, so it should be at 2:45. Let me check if there's an arrival at this time from Iberia.
From Barcelona. I know they came in on Iberia. I don't know if they.
Oh yeah, there was one, but it's not Iberia. There was one who arrived at 2:45 from Barcelona.
That's the one.
But it's not Iberia. It's another company.
Oh, well.
And they arrived. Actually, they arrived just 1 minute ago because the plane was delayed. They arrived at 3:45.
Oh, that's why they haven't called us then, because they were supposed to call here.
So give me his name, and I'm going to leave a message downstairs, and you'll see his name, and
there are two of
pick it up his message.
There are two of them. One of them is Mr. Kevoian, Kevoian. Kevoian. Kevoian.
Mm-hmm.
That's Bob or Robert.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And the other one?
Smoker.
How'd you spell this? Could you spell this for me? Smoker?
S-M-O-K-E-R.
M-O-K-E-R.
S-M-O-K-E-R.
A smoker, just like a smoker.
Oh, yeah. Right, exactly.
Yeah, like
okay.
The first name, be sure to put his first name so his brother doesn't pick up the page.
Okay, smoker, what is
the first name is Richard.
Richard, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And which message is it? What message can I leave for you?
Tell him to call work.
Call the station
Call
the station.
Call the station?
Yeah. This is a radio station.
Oh, okay.
This is Q95. They'll know what it means, and if they were late, that's why they haven't called yet.
Call the radio station in the States.
Yes.
Yeah. Is that it?
Okay, and your name is?
My name?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't need my name. It's okay.
Just your first...
I'm working for the airport.
Oh, okay. Just your first name, then?
Christine.
Christine. Okay. Well, thanks a lot, Christine.
You're welcome.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
You guys are terrible.
I couldn't stand it.
Poor Christine. She's like, oh, smoker. Like smoking? Just like smoker.
I had to leave the room briefly.
Just writing
Can we
I was
call it
ready to
bowling alley
throw
now?
up. That was the funniest thing.
MVP to Dino to spell smoker because me and Tom were out of it.
I had to go.
I looked around and nobody was near a microphone.
I had to walk behind the machines because I was going to burst out laughing with
This
you.
is when you spell it and everybody leaves.
You had to spell it because there's no way I could have done it.
What I like about this show is the level of maturity.
Yeah, really. And everybody hangs in there. So when the going gets rough, everybody leaves.
When the going gets tough. Point at Dean. He'll do it.
Tom's behind the console.
Simone, that was very nice.
Yeah, that was very
I
nice.
think they just transferred me to an English.
Yeah, that's what they did.
Well, thank you, Simone. We probably
yeah.
couldn't have gotten that far without you. We
I was
appreciate it.
telling you, when you were both speaking French.
Ooh la la.
I need a groom back here.
Le boner.
Well, we are...
You know us. We're Amish Bell. No poles, no wires, no phones, no nonsense, no shiny objects. Amish Bell. And now, new from Amish Bell, the Amish answering machine.
Hello, Graber. Are you there?
Hello, this is Graber. I cannot come to the door right now. I'm picking out my wardrobe for tomorrow. Please leave a message when I yell the word beep. Beep!
Graber, this is Carl. Listen, I have front row seats to a barn raising. Please get back to me. Goodbye.
The Amish Bell answering machine. Batteries, tape, electricity not included.
Graber, listen, I know you're in there. Pick up.
I said beep!
All right. Get back to me. Goodbye.
Amish Bell, leading you into the 19th century.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
The porno lines, the talking dirty to people lines.
I think you can probably get them here, yeah.
See, I don't understand. Have you ever called one just as a lark?
Never.
Never?
Can't say I have.
The ad, the one that I can't believe people call, they say, make friends, make dates, or just get crazy. Now, how would that work? Hi, this is Bob. I want to make friends. Well, this is Sally. I want to make dates. This is Dirk. Where do you people live? Where do you people live? I have snakes coming out of my head. What's your address? It's $2 well spent. I think when Alexander Graham Bell invented the phone, he had any idea it was going to phone sex. I don't think so. But, you know, I always ask, this is amazing to me. I always ask in the clubs, does anybody remember what the first words ever spoken on the phone were?
I believe it was, Watson, come here. There's a fire.
Watson, come here. I need you. There is always somebody who says, hello? They guess hello. Now, how would that work? Mm-hmm. What, do you invent the phone, plug it in, and it rang? Hello? Hello? There go the Japanese zooming right ahead of us. Of course, you know the first words ever spoken on the radio by Marconi, don't you?
No.
Hey, how you doing? Good morning, 8:29. That's 29 minutes after 8 o'clock. Got a double shot of Puccini coming up in just a second. And a Verde album package to give away. Fifth caller. Let's take the first caller. Who is it? Alexander Graham Bell. That's right. He invented the phone. Second caller. Who is it? Alexander Graham Bell. He has the first one, gave us the second. All right.
You're listening to Bob and Tom. Vive la France!
Last hour we heard from the fine people at Amish Bell.
Yes.
Well, we have another update on the, because a lot of people don't realize that the Amish, in spite of the fact that they don't use electricity and stuff, do get into some of the cutting edge technology of our century.
You know us. We're Amish Bell. No poles, no wires, no phones, no nonsense, no shiny objects. That's Amish Bell. And now, new from Amish Bell, call waiting.
Hello, Graber. How's the farm?
Good, Carl. Good to see you. Oh, wait a minute, Carl. I see Fritz is here waiting to talk with me.
Okay, Graber. I'll just stand here and wait.
Hi, Fritz. I'm talking to Carl right now. Can you wait for a moment?
Yeah, fine, Graber. I'll just stand here.
Okay, Carl. Now, verbally.
Call waiting. Another new world convenience from the old world minds at Amish Bell. Remember, we take Visa, quilts, and cheese. Amish Bell, leading you into the 19th century.
On the way next, more of the best of the Bob and Tom Show.
Q95, good morning. I'm Kristi Lee. This is the Bob and Tom Show. You're waking up to 78 sticky degrees and a forecast calling for, more of the same. Scattered thunderstorms, partly cloudy skies, hot and humid. At 7:06, it is Friday, August 18th. Chick and myself will be back with news coming up in just a few minutes. And don't forget the two cash songs today, Under My Thumb by the Rolling Stones this afternoon. The evening cash song, John Mellencamp's Rain on the Scarecrow. This week's Lotto Cash jackpot, by the way, is worth $6 million. Good morning. This is the Bob and Tom Show. We continue on with the best of stuff. Bob and Tom on vacation. Kristi and Chick here. We will have, once again, news coming up in just a few moments. But we thought we would relive one of my favorite Chick McGee antics. Spike Lee is notorious for being at, the New York Knicks games. And then when the Knicks and the Pacers play, which is a huge rivalry, he always seems to show up in Indiana. And we don't really like him too much here because of his association with the Knicks. Well, Spike Lee's first trip to Indianapolis was a memorable one, and we sent Chick to the airport.
We got our boys on the way to the airport right now. Chick McGee and Mark Patrick are attempting to present Spike Lee, the number one Knicks fan, with a special gift from us, a T-shirt that says Chocolin.
Now, don't you think this will, I guess, get the ire of one Spike Lee?
I believe that's the point, Bob. The idea here is that Spike got Reggie all fired up.
Now we're going to fire up Spike, huh?
Now we're going to fire up Spike. We'll see what happens. It's all in fun. We're just helping promote his new film, Crooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
His film is called Crooklyn, a Spike Lee joint. This says Chocolin, a Reggie Miller joint.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to try to give him one. We'll see if it works. When the guys get to the airport, I'm sure they'll be giving us a call.
Yes, they should be any minute.
And we'll know what's going on.
Could this be one Chick McGee?
It's Mark.
Oh. Mark, is Chick near you?
Yeah, we're right here. We're at the airport. Spike Lee just landed.
Oh, he did? Yeah. And?
Are you going to be able to talk to him?
Well, we hope so. We're in position.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm hoping that he recognizes me as the person that helped him make this bet. And we've got our new shirt, Chocolin, a Reggie Miller joint,
right,
to give to him.
Okay. Are you at a payphone or are you on a cellular?
We're on the cellular right now.
Just break in when you get Spike, all right?
Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah.
Are you going to keep the line open here?
It's up to you guys. It's your show.
Now, do you have headphones on the radio?
Headphones don't do me any good. You're still on the delay.
Oh, all right. I'll get out of that right now. Consider it done.
Now, do you have headphones?
Yeah.
And a radio?
Mm-hmm.
You should be able to hear us okay now, Chick.
Okie doke. Spike's plane is unloading right now. Gentlemen, it's a carnival atmosphere here at Indianapolis.
How many people are there, Chick?
There he is right here. Here he comes.
Okay.
With his Knicks hat on, and he's zipping right by us. He's surrounded by Mark Patrick is running up to him with the Crooklyn shirt, the Chocolin shirt, and he's almost all the way out of the terminal already. I have to run back and get my sports, and I'll describe to you as we're chasing Mr. Lee. We're at gate D8, and now we're at gate D7, and Mr. Lee is acting as if we don't exist. Okay, and let me think. I'm starting to get a little winded. Of course, Mr. Lee's a spry young man, and I can't really catch up with him right now. He's being interviewed by a pool of reporters, and Alan, he's sticking with no comment. And Mark's right beside him, and I'm behind an officer of the law. The officer is armed.
And dangerous.
And they're still talking. Mark now is looking at him. Spike is now finally acknowledging Mark's presence. We're having a little laugh about something, but I don't know what it is. We're back to the crowd. Yes, boy. I tell you what.
I can hear big laughs there.
Oh yeah, I have no idea what it's about.
Well, we're covering this like cheese on a pizza. We're all over this.
We are.
Mark's up there right with him with the camera.
Thank God.
And I'm about 4 deep behind 3 police officers.
Well, TV.
Fantastic.
We're at gate 1 now of U.S. Air. We're going right through the terminal. And let's see. I'll try to get...
Is Spike still walking, or is he actually...
Spike is actually walking as if there aren't 4 camera people in front of him walking backwards.
There are 4 different camera crews there?
Yes.
Wow.
Including your UHF station.
And did they get... The UHF station got a photograph of your Chocolin T-shirt?
Yes.
Okay.
59 did, yeah.
Okay.
So there they are. And,
now, did Spike see the Chocolin T-shirt?
Evidently, he... I'll try to get Mark's attention. Oh, he just wrapped up an interview with Mark.
Okay.
And now he's trying to go get his bags. And I ran into the pillar. Well, see, that's the chance you take, being a reporter here live on the scene at the Indianapolis International Airport. Maybe we could talk with Mark Patrick, who actually got to talk with Spike Lee. I was 4 or 5 officers back. Mark, I think you saw that. Should we follow him down to the baggage terminal?
Yeah, let's go down there and see what kind of bags he's carrying.
What did he say, Mark?
Oh, this is unbelievable. I said, they asked him where he was staying tonight, and he wouldn't say. And then he finally said, well, I'm staying at the governor's mansion.
There you go.
I said, East or West Wing? He goes, I'm staying in the slave quarters.
Oh, man.
So then I asked him if he really said what was in the paper this morning about the mask being relative to people being in the Klan and taking their sheet off.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, no, I didn't say that.
Okay.
So it's been a really interesting morning here.
Did you ask him if he was actually going to file a grievance with the NBA?
I didn't get a chance to ask him.
Okay.
So.
Did you give him his shirt?
I tried to give him his shirt, but he wouldn't take it. He goes, that's funny, though. That's funny.
So he saw the Choklin shirt.
Uh-huh.
He saw it, but he didn't accept it as our gift.
Oh. Okay. Well, we tried.
I'm going to go... he's getting into the Indiana Black Expo car.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's leaving already? He got his luggage that quick?
Hello? No, I'll be right.
I don't think he has to wait on his own luggage. He probably has someone do that for him.
Oh. There goes the Spikester.
How do you do that? How do you arrange that?
He is left.
Have someone travel with you.
Wow.
Has he left the building?
There he goes.
He's gone.
Spike Lee, let's hear it for Spike, everybody. How about that?
Yeah, well, pretty wild.
Well, good interview, Chick. We were on that like cheese on a pizza.
The security here was at an all-time high. They were talking about, they said that the head of the FBI flew in yesterday. Nobody was here to even pick him up. Spike Lee comes in, they get 1,000 people. I think I was right on top of it right up until I ran into the pillar.
Yeah.
I think you were,
That was the best part for me.
Uh-huh.
Boy, he was on and off and out of here and being chauffeured around by the lovely Mrs. Lee. So he's gone.
All right, well.
Mrs. Lee?
Evidently.
Yeah, Spike got married recently.
Peggy.
Peggy Lee?
Peggy, it's not
really.
Peggy.
Isn't he married to Peggy Lee, Mark?
Was she singing Is That All There Is?
I think is her name.
What's her name, Mark?
Olga.
We're home.
Is that all there is, my friend?
Okay.
So, well, Chick, can you get to a phone booth so you can do your sports?
Yeah, I could just go in here and do it in the terminal, I guess.
Or do you want to do it from the car as you drive back?
Well,
who drove? You or Mark?
Mark drove. So.
Okay.
Does Mark have a car phone?
Mark does not have a car phone, no.
Oh, so that's...
Oh, no, Mark doesn't have a car phone, and I had to put quarters in the parking meter.
Well, of course.
What a surprise.
I'm
You
shocked.
think I'm shocked?
Are you kidding me?
You should have known
I'm
better.
sure his camera guy had to buy him a big breakfast at McDonald's.
And I had to get the Tic Tacs at the Hoosiers country store.
Well, so that would explain why you didn't call us from the car then.
Well, I didn't call you from the car because Mr. Kavoyan said not to call because John Bowman was there.
And did you hear John Bowman?
No.
That's because he didn't come. He couldn't come this morning, so...
we didn't know that until after you left.
Oh, well, then you guys have been...
floundering.
Sitting on your penises for 4 hours. Okay.
Only because yours isn't here.
Okay. Well, you know you'd be my first choice, Tom, if I were gay.
Well, fine.
Well, thanks, Chick.
Well, Chick, go find a good phone to call us on, and we'll do sports in just a
More's
second.
on the way. Stay tuned. This is the best of the Bob and Tom Show.
WFBQ Indianapolis Q95. It's 7:19, and it's time for news and sports. Brought to you this morning by the Cocktail Cove. Saturday night admission is free. How can they do it? And all Bud beers, $1.50. Long Island's $2.25. All night long, while DJ Chris Bellick. Hi, I'm Chris Bellick. Remember to take care of your waitresses.
Yep.
Plays hits for the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Coming this Sunday, heterosexual night.
Does it really say that?
That's what it says. With live music by Sensual, Sensitive, and Straight Diver Deep Band. Call 576-9800. That's the Cocktail Cove. Let's take a quick look at the weather forecast with the one, the only, Pat Carlini.
Hi, guys.
Hi,
Pat. Well, we're talking about the 90s again today, but, you know, that's all going to come true over the weekend. Looks like we really do have a cool down on the way.
Sure we do.
Yeah, so by Sunday, you'll start dropping into the 80s.
80s. Then we're going to see some 60s at night for the beginning of next week, which we haven't seen in a long time. So a little bit of relief is finally on the way. It just lasts for a few days, but at least it's here. So a couple more days of a heat advisory, and then we start to cool down.
Thanks, Pat. Good morning. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Time to do
now
news.
for news and sports, and here's Kristi Lee.
Well, good morning. Here's what's going on in the world. Hurricane Felix is posing less of a threat to the United States. The National Hurricane Center has discontinued all hurricane and tropical storm watches for the mid-Atlantic coast. The storm's motion could be erratic, though, for the next couple of days. Folks along the East Coast from North Carolina to New England should continue to monitor the storm. Meanwhile, the rough surf generated by Felix has claimed 2 more lives. 2 young brothers playing in knee-deep water were pulled into the ocean near Point Pleasant, New Jersey last night. The boys' deaths bring to at least 6 the number of people who've died in rough surf since the weekend. Cadet Shannon Faulkner is reporting for duty. Faulkner, the Citadel's first female cadet, is to join her cadets company this morning after spending most of her first week in the infirmary. Faulkner was given a battery of tests at a Charleston, South Carolina hospital yesterday and has been cleared to resume military training without restrictions. She apparently had been suffering from dehydration. It's a day off for the OJ jury, but not for the judges. Judge Lance Ito is going over tape recordings of conversations between L.A. detective Mark Furman and a screenwriter. The defense wants to introduce the tapes to undermine the reliability of Furman's testimony about the bloody glove. Ito has agreed to rule whether the jurors will hear any of the tapes. Meanwhile, Judge John Reed is going through the tapes as well. He's going to determine whether Ito's police officer wife, insulted by Furman on the tapes, by the way, must appear as a witness. Ito says if she does, he will step down. The jury is scheduled to revisit the crime scene and Simpson's estate on Sunday night. However, Judge Ito says 2 outside lights at Nicole Brown Simpson's condo must be restored to their condition at the time of the murders, or he will cancel the trip. In France, French officials are promising tighter security in Paris following the second terrorist bombing of the summer tourist season. 17 people, many of them tourists, injured yesterday in the rush hour bombing at the Arc de Triomphe. The blast came 3 weeks after a bomb blamed on Algerian extremists killed 7 at a subway station. No one has claimed responsibility for the latest bombing. President Clinton has been celebrating his birthday a bit early during his vacation in Wyoming. The president turns 49 tomorrow, but attended a party in his honor last night on the forested property of actor Harrison Ford. Clinton apparently has been thoroughly enjoying himself since he arrived in Wyoming on Tuesday, spending most of that time golfing and reading, while First Lady Hillary has been working on her weekly newspaper column and a book.
Hey.
What?
You're Harrison Ford, ain't you? Hey, Indiana Jones. Hey. Can you just hear him?
Yeah, I can.
Hey, Han Solo. Hey.
Han Solo.
Hey.
The sex abuse trial of Congressman Mel Reynolds is winding down. Final rebuttal witnesses testify today. Closing arguments are set for Monday. The Chicago Democrat accused of having sex with a 16-year-old girl. He claims that sex was confined to fantasy over the phone. Good news for would-be Dodge Viper buyers. Viper production has caught up with demand. No more year-long waits. At least there won't be when Chrysler starts making Vipers again. The 2-seat muscle car was evicted in July from its factory, the Numac assembly plant in Detroit, down the road from where Chrysler builds Jeep Grand Cherokees. Chrysler is getting an old warehouse in Detroit and refurbishing it to make Vipers. Production should begin there in October. The 96 Viper Roadster will be built for only a few months, probably just October, November, and December. And then Chrysler switches to a Viper Coupe early next year. And guess what? It looks like the new Indy 500 pace car for 96 will be.
Viper.
Yep. The Dodge Viper Coupe.
You know, they don't have door handles on the outside. You got to reach in.
That's like that's very interesting because the very first Corvette was like that.
They're hot cars.
You had to reach in. The 53 Vet, you had to reach in to open the door.
I was sitting in one yesterday, as a matter of fact. It's odd you should mention
the Viper?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Where?
Blowing the horn. Over at Palmer Dodge.
Did you test drive one?
No. They won't let me test drive one.
They're like, what, $56,000?
Yeah, but they're worth every penny. You know that.
$59,300 is the Roadster.
Well, that's stripped.
Well, yeah. Sure it is.
They're very cool cars, though. Very cool.
Very cool. Let's see. The Rolling Stones are rolling with Microsoft's plans to use the song Start Me Up in commercials. The Sun tabloid of London says the band will be getting paid about $12 million for the tune, but Microsoft says no. It's more like a couple of million. They're using Start Me Up to introduce Windows 95.
Well, they figured the $12 million with a Pentium chip. That's how they got. It started out as 2 and then made a couple mistakes.
And the guy with the great pipes is hanging him up after tonight's David Letterman show. Bill Wendell has introduced the late-night comedian for more than 15 years, beginning at NBC, then at CBS. But Wendell says it's time. He won't be gone for good, though. He'll be doing some freelancing work, including stuff for radio disc jockeys across the country.
See you, Bill.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Bill, we hardly knew ye. What's going on in sports, Chickie?
Well, sports. Good morning, sports fans. Hi, Kristi.
Hi, Chick.
Mike Piazza and the Dodgers on a roll before running into Pete Shorrock, and the Cincinnati lefty became the National League's first 13-game winner, retiring the last 14 hitters in a 6-2 win over the Dodgers. Shorrock tossed his second complete game, ended Piazza's 16-game hitting streak. The Reds own a 7-game edge over Houston in the Central Division. L.A. lost for only the third time in 11 games, but saw its West Division lead trimmed to 1 game over Colorado. They beat the Cubs. The Rocks beat the Cubs by a score of 12-5. Bichette and Galarraga both had home runs. Philly beat Houston 3-2 yesterday in the National League. I'm fine. Also in the American League, Kansas City beat Baltimore 3-2 and 10. Toronto 3, Detroit nothing. Milwaukee beat Cleveland 7-3. Texas 2, Chicago 1 in 10 innings. Boston beat California 4-3, and Oakland beat Seattle 3-2. Preseason football last night. Lions beat the Bengals 20-13, and yes, when things go bad, things go bad. Kenjana Carter got hurt last night during the preseason game. His left knee kind of, if you watch the replay, no one really touches him. He just makes a cut, and his left knee looks like it goes away. He was on the sidelines after the game, and he's under, they're going to examine him, and we're waiting a word on what's actually wrong with Mr. Carter. Philly beat New England last night 31-7. Mike Tyson tipped the scales at a ripped, shredded, buff 220 pounds for Saturday's heavyweight bout against Peter McNeely, who, Tyson will give away 4 pounds in his first fight since 1991.
Glad I'm not fighting him.
This should last about 45 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So you're thinking pay-per-view
$50
for 45 seconds? Okay. Injuries continue to hound the NFL's San Francisco 49ers. First-round pick J.J. Stokes could miss up to 6 weeks after breaking his right hand in yesterday's practice. He's joined on the sidelines by fullback William Floyd, who sprained his right knee during Wednesday's drills. La Crosse County, Wisconsin prosecutors will not pursue rape charges against several members of the New Orleans Saints. Investigators believe at least 4 Saints had sex with a 38-year-old nude dancer, but say there's insufficient evidence that rape took place. The Oilers should remain in Houston through 1997. That's from a Houston television station this morning. They're quoting unidentified sources as saying the Oilers will fulfill their Astrodome lease agreement.
Where were they going to go?
They were going to go to Manitoba.
Really?
But they decided, it's a
little cold
It's
there.
a little cool up there.
Yeah,
so we
okay.
decided. Colts coach Ted Marchibroda says the first team offense and defense will play the first half Saturday at Green Bay. Are you eating?
I just had a Gaviscon, actually. My stomach is really upset.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Toss me.
Those are terrible tasting, by the way.
but
they're very
well worth
good,
it.
but they...
First half Saturday at Green Bay, the Colts will send quarterback Craig Harrison and the one team there starting to play the first half. Paul Justin will play the third quarter. Jim Harbaugh the fourth quarter. Defensive end Trev Alberts returned to practice yesterday after missing the past 2 days with tendonitis. Grandpa Ted says he expects Alberts to play at Green Bay. University of Alabama is hoping to pare down NCAA sanctions imposed on its football team. A little cash under the table won't hurt things. The school began its appeal yesterday in hopes of reducing its probation and lifting this year's postseason ban. Ernie Els carted 9 birdies, including 4 in a row, to grab the lead at the International in Colorado. Els collected 17 points under the modified Stableford scoring system. So the people in Castle Rock, Colorado, where this golf tournament is taking place, really aren't sure who's in first place. So we'll see. They'll shake it out and see what happens after. And that's sports.
It is.
Wherever you go, whatever you do, always be a good sport. You give me the high sign over there, Kristi?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I have something.
Okay, Kristi.
Ever resourceful in the pursuit of efficiency, German farmers are using a groundbreaking agricultural tool, the fully automatic cow wash. The machine is designed to be positioned at the entrance to a cow stall. As the lucky animal enters or leaves, dry roller brushes buff dry roller brushes buff its back and sides at precisely 32 revolutions per minute. The speed calculated to achieve maximum cleaning power. Besides hygiene, is there a point to this device? Well, according to the promotional literature, only a clean, well-groomed cow experiences the sense of well-being necessary to produce optimal milk yields.
Really?
Yes.
You know, a clean cow's a healthy cow.
That's what I always say.
You know, the Porsche cows, they go on the touchless car wash. There.
Actually, this is, well...
Is it the brushes go over them?
They're brushes, but they look like they're that soft kind of brush.
Oh, there's a picture of it.
Oh, sure there is.
Oh, God. It's a cow wash. Well, I got a job. I'm working over at the cow wash.
Hey, I bet those kids at the state fair would love to have an automatic cow wash right now.
I know some of those cows need clean. This is the best of Bob and Tom all week long. We've been looking back at Bob and Tom broadcast memories. And coming up yet this morning, Horny and Honky the Clown, Mr. Obvious will stop by. We'll have the swings of death. But first, let's get back to the airport. Mark and I, a couple years ago, were chasing Spike Lee at the Indianapolis International Airport. And I think we started playing around.
Why? Because you like him.
Why? Because we like Spike. And then I think we started playing around with the phone system at the airport. And it sounded a little something like this.
What?
One now or say yes.
Yes.
Who's it from,
Press
John
0
Gacy?
now or hold for operator assistance.
What?
Press 0. Hello?
Please hold for operator assistance.
Why do we need operator assistance? We said yes.
Hello?
Who is it?
Chick, call and collect.
Colin Clay from the air. It's
From
a
the
local
airport?
call. Doesn't he have a quarter?
Call back.
Didn't even have a quarter to call us?
Hello, Chip McGee is calling collect to accept.
Yes, we will.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Chip.
Chip.
Well, she must be a huge fan.
Hey, Chip.
What a day.
Couldn't find a quarter?
What a day you're having. We're all having it together.
I gave Mark Patrick all my frigging quarters.
Well, I'm sure someone at the airport will be happy to give you change.
Well,
In Westerly, Rhode Island, one quick story before we get to Chick. Judge Raymond Patine will rule on June 14th on the legality of the city's anti-nudity ordinance. It was passed shortly after a series of arrests at a bachelor party at a club in Westerly, Rhode Island. They got a little out of hand at a bachelor party. Who would have thought?
I'm shocked.
Somebody just paged Anita Quarter.
I love our audience.
I do too.
Yeah.
I need a quarter.
Love that.
Uh-huh.
Love it. Okay.
Very good.
Time for sports.
It is.
Well, why not?
Okay, you took me by surprise.
Bentley, okay. You think if Kathy Lee acted that way, she'd be around very long, Christy, huh? Huh?
You're comparing me to Kathy Lee Gifford?
She's perky and chipper, and you're not, Christy.
I am too.
Chick.
Huh?
Huh?
Good morning, sports fans. Bob, Tom, Christy.
Chick.
Christy, can you sing that If You Could See Me Now thing just for a second?
No, I don't want to hurt your ears or anything.
It's kind of one of my fantasies. Hands over your head. If you could see me now.
I'll watch these things. Go.
Okay, sorry.
Chick.
Chick.
Hey, Chick.
Hello.
Chick, great interview with Spike Lee. That'll always be in my highlights of the great moments of this show.
Yep.
Actually, I think it was probably better that you didn't get to him because it was funnier that way.
I'm telling you, I was right on top of him right up until I got directed into the pillar.
Did you get a chance to tell him? Because I know you like his movies, or at least you...
I love the man's movies. I don't know why I was ushered away so quickly. I don't know what the problem was.
Mm-hmm. Are you on a regular payphone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you try calling in the cellular?
Okay.
Because this phone is
I think
terrible.
actually the cellular was better.
Yeah.
Ready?
Okay.
Oh, now he's mad.
I think you made off-air Chick a little upset.
Sorry.
Sorry, Chuck.
We'll just wait for his phone call.
You won't have to call collect this time. There he is.
Hello?
Chick?
Hello.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
much
see, that's
better.
much better.
Is that better?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Chick. I don't know what's wrong with the phone at the airport, but it was awful.
Oh, this does sound better.
Much better.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Hello.
Chick McGee.
I want every nuance of the McGee voice to be heard by your fans.
Really?
Yes.
So I'm sorry to interrupt your sports
No,
cast.
that's fine.
And I'm taking notes if I haven't been.
Who?
Who?
Dick Second, I think. I don't know.
Dick Second? That must be a reference, of course, to Dick Siamese.
Was it Dick Second they paid?
It might have been Dick Siamese.
I couldn't understand, but it was definitely one of the Richard brothers. Always amazed when out here.
God, we're great at the airport.
Unbelievable. Did you hear that?
No.
Charles McGee just got paged here at the airport.
Somebody's on it.
On it. I hope Regina Upright gets paged. That is my favorite.
That's always my favorite.
Regina
Upright.
Regina Upright. Peter Fuller. I mean.
Oh, boy.
Michael Gardner, who's that?
It's probably a legitimate
page there, Jack.
What are they doing paging people that actually need phone calls? That ain't funny.
It's not a toy, Jack.
I want everyone listening to call the airport right now and page Regina Upright right now.
Please don't do that.
Chick, don't encourage
we
them.
beg you not to call the airport and page
I'm not coming off the air until I hear Regina Upright on the pager here at the airport.
All right.
Fine.
All right.
Boy.
Great Spike Lee interview. That was great, Chick.
You know, I'm tired, but it's a good kind of tired.
There you go. Well, that's it. You can leave now. Regina Upright has been paged. Thank you for...
That is my most favorite moment in broadcast.
Yeah, well, like Marty says, it's just a bunch of C students with 50,000 watts.
We just happen to have a radio station. That's all.
It's just like a big walkie-talkie.
It's a big toy.
Who should we have on page next?
No one.
Stop it.
No more.
Should we go with the perennial favorite, Richard Smoker?
No. We're done with the Regina Upright did the job.
All right, fine.
Okay.
Regina Upright did the job.
Michael Gardner.
Back to Michael.
They're still looking for Michael Gardner. I don't understand.
That's the best.
Regina.
Check that call.
Absolute best.
Oh, who's coming? Who's that? Is this security?
Airport authority.
Oh, security is coming.
I think it's time to hang up the phone.
No, I think an arrest on the air would be great.
Oh, God.
Regina Upright.
You know, after working in the airport taking pages, you would think if they get
Regina Upright.
Say, wait a minute, that doesn't sound like a real person.
Do you think they have a list of all the fake pages?
I'll bet.
The Mike Hunt.
Maybe they don't have Regina Upright on the list.
Richard Smoker. They got to have him on the list. Ricardo Fumero.
He's one of my favorites.
Uh-oh.
What? What was that?
Peterson.
Anita Peterson. Oh, Jesus. I don't believe it. Would you get out of the airport? Just.
I'm never leaving. I'm having the time of my life. Keep calling me.
Don't suggest that.
Teddy Joyce, please pick up a red courtesy.
Who? Teddy Jury? Who?
That sounds legitimate.
That's someone legitimate.
I think you better hang up the phone.
Even more.
Craven Moorhead. It's all the classics.
Every one of them are coming out.
I cannot believe
They're all coming to the Pacer game.
Yeah, I'm sure we're entertaining the troops at the Indianapolis International Airport. Would you hurry up and leave?
Please pick up a red courtesy phone. Mark Patrick.
Mark's in trouble.
Yeah, that's
all right. Mark probably paged himself.
I am going to pass out.
Okay. Well,
I hang up now.
Yes, call us from.
Wait a minute.
No, it's just the police.
It's just the police.
It's just the police. All right.
Okay. Call us from the car.
Alrighty.
Keep the cellular in case it's a paddy wagon.
Okay, we'll see you.
Thanks, Chris.
Wait a minute, Mark. Wait a minute.
Thanks, Chick.
So you were just saying you have arrest powers like everybody else. Okay, well, thanks. All right.
Well, good. Well, hopefully
looks
see
like
this.
time on the meter's getting low.
Hopefully we'll see this on the 6th.
Okay.
Yeah, go put quarters in the meter. And...
More from Bob and Tom is on the way. Stay tuned. This is the best of the Bob and Tom Show.
Q95, about 16 minutes till 8 o'clock. Good morning. I'm Chick McGee and Bob and Tom on vacation this week. We're doing the best of thing. Today, partly cloudy, very warm and humid. Scattered thunderstorms, high in the lower 90s. Much the same story for tomorrow and Sunday. Of course, that afternoon chance of thunder showers and high in the middle 90s. And currently, our temperature 85 degrees. 80? 80, 85. Seems hot to me. What the heck are you going to do anyway, huh? The best of Bob and Tom will continue. This is the best of the Bob and Tom show. Coming up yet this morning, Tom and I participate in some carnival trick. It's called the Swing of Death. Won't want to miss that. Haywood Banks has a new song. And it's so darn hot around the country that we thought we'd take you back to a December memory. And is this a Christmas song? It's a Christmas song from December. It sounded a little something like this.
All right. Here with Bob and Tom.
Good morning. Fine. Great.
Let's see. Whining.
Does the term fire code mean anything to you?
Anybody at all?
No.
Now, Chick's just whining because he doesn't have a desk anymore.
All right. Okay. You want to talk about it on the air? Let's talk about it.
at
No.
all.
I
I
don't
don't
want to
know.
talk about it.
No,
I don't have a desk. You know why I don't have a desk?
phone, a desktop.
Somebody took my desk.
Really?
They didn't even ask me.
Just came into
Can I ask a question just as far as I want to know how long this phase is going to last? When did you move into your new desk?
I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago.
Yes, I'm
See,
thinking it's
this
about
is a
July
phase,
or August,
yeah.
yes.
I'm at a desk deficit. You are in a desk glut. So I think we could work something out.
Okay, I will phase away from my other desk, but that's a lousy desk, the one I'm leaving. It's right near that one Xerox machine that never works.
Yeah, but I'm the one that's always
People are
making
always
noise.
hovering around.
Well, I'm the
Then it's
person
right next
that's
to the
always
toilet.
hovering. What you smell when you say
Everybody's saying, come on, let's get down right now. Come on, Pat. Here we go.
Oh, this is the Christmas.
This is the best Christmas song ever.
Not the best Christmas song.
She likes leather. She likes handcuffs. Come on. She likes vibrators too.
Belt it out, baby.
Collars,
I'm embarrassed.
French ticklers,
And bullwhips. Yeah.
Desk hog!
Do something, Bob.
fishnet stockings.
KY jelly.
Where are my grenades?
She's got all of
These things
Is it
too.
loud enough, Tom?
What she wants for Christmas this year.
Good God.
Here
Are we on the air?
Jamming.
Benoit.
Oh, finally.
That is the most disgusting Christmas song. I have something a little nicer.
Oh, I suppose you have
this ought to
something,
be
what,
good.
with taste? And
Yes.
Okay, fine. What's this called?
It's called an Armenian Christmas.
Let's listen to this, then.
Christmas trees, sleigh bells ring, presents neath the tree. Stockings hung above the hearth, one for you and me. The ornaments on the tree give a lovely hue. But Mrs. Claus has menopause and Santa's balls are blue.
Oh, my God.
Santa's crying in his beer. 'Cause he comes but once a year. So there. We elves are drunk, we're making toys they'll probably reject. Our Ken and Barbie dolls are anatomically correct. Frosty builds a snowy girl, so he's not alone. She's melting quick as Frosty licks both of her snow cones. He never needs a lift, 'cause he's always frozen. Rudolph has the Hershey squirts, and they're getting worse. His butt's so red, to guide the sled, he's flying in reverse. Mrs. Claus serves Santa beans for his faithful flight. As he leaves, he knows this eve won't be a silent night. Santa's reindeer will leave proof that they're real. Just check your roof.
There you go, taste.
Oh, that's taste. All right.
I can certainly see why you...
It's been a while.
Yeah, now we know why.
certainly see why you
And
wouldn't want to play this one.
That's right. Yeah!
Come on, everybody.
She
He likes that.
We'll come right back.
Churn it. Churn it. Churn it. Here come old Barry, he come rolling up slowly. He got big black buggy, 'cause them cars ain't holy. He got a orange triangle stuck on the back. All the clothes he wears, they're either white or they're black. Churn it. Churn it. Churn it.
Here come old Carl, he lives one farm over. He got big grain silo, keeps it fully loaded. He got no radio and no TV. The only news he gets is from the Bible and me.
Come together right now and build a barn. Churn it. Churn it. Here comes old Graber, he comes riding his pony. He got 3 fine daughters, but they're not good looking. He says, Von und Von makes 3. Ach, I wish I had a son to work their fields mit me. Come together right now and build a barn.
Churn it.
Churn it. Churn it.
Solo.
Yeah, hey, Carl.
Yeah, Graber.
Do you know how it is you drive a Mennonite crazy?
No, Graber, how is this that you've been driving Mennonite crazy?
Well, you send him in the round barn and tell him to pee in the corner.
I love that joke. Although the two of you will surely burn in hell, you're funny.
Thanks.
Here comes the person.
Oh, now we must pray. Oh, merciful God.
It's full of vitamins. It has more vitamins than anything else in your body.
Bob and Tom, the morning show that people swear by.
How could you possibly hit your head on that? You've been doing
Oh, you gonna paint that barn tonight? Oh, down beside the lantern light. Oh, you gonna finish all your chores, black bonnet girls? You make the Amish world go round. Yeah, I was just an Amish boy, full of purity and joy. Knew damn well that I was holier than thee. Left alone with cousin Greta, what a naughty babysitter. Heathen woman, you made a Mennonite out of me.
Yeah. I know girls who never curse, chicks who know their Bible verse. Every one of them wore a dress down to the floor. Though their chastity and charm made them quite pleasant on the farm, there ain't nothing like a good old Amish whore.
Oh, you gonna paint that barn tonight? Oh, down beside the lantern light. Oh, you gonna finish all your chores, black bonnet girls? You make the Amish world go round. Yeah. Black bonnet girls, you make the Amish world go round. Hey, Carl.
Ja, Graber.
What's the difference between Greta and my buggy?
I don't know, Graber. What is the difference?
Well, not everybody's been in my buggy.
Yeah, listen now. I've been on my knees all day. All I do is sit and pray. Thought I saw the Lord, but I can't really tell. But I knew from the beginning, with this lust and all this sinning, black-bodied girls and me will surely burn in hell. God, dig this. Oh, you gonna paint that barn tonight. Oh, down beside the lantern light. Oh, you gonna finish all your chores, black-bonnet girls. You make the Amish world go round. Black-bonnet girls, you make the Amish world go round.
Get on your buggies and ride!
Black-bonnet girls.
Man, that Greta's built like a brick outhouse.
Black-bonnet girls.
As long as I've got a pew, she's got a place to sit.
Black-bonnet girls. Yeah, she could churn my butter anytime. Black-bonnet girls.
Hey, Greta, show us your ankles.
The rich harmonies.
On the way next, more of the best of the Bob and Tom Show.
Q95, good morning. 7:59. Kristi Lee waking you up on this Friday, August 18th, with still warm and humid conditions. Scattered thunderstorms today, high in the 90s. If you would like to play golf with Purdue men's basketball coach Gene Cady and myself, Kristi Lee, and help out the March of Dimes at the same time, you can do it by participating in the 13th annual March of Dimes Celebrity Golf Classic at Broadmoor Country Club, Tuesday, September 12th. Give us a call. Foursomes are still available at 262-4668. 262-4668. We thank you very much in advance. Good morning. This is the Bob and Tom Show, and the guys are on vacation. This is their last day. They'll be back on Monday, and we have some exciting news for Monday, too. I think we had a new station to our growing list of families, and we love that. We'll be telling you about that coming up a little bit later on. But right now, we're going to get back to the best of. Horny and Honky, two of my favorite clowns, and we all know that I'm not a clown person. Clowns scare me. We'll get into that. That's a real phobia of mine. Yes, I'm paranoid of clowns. But Horny and Honky, love these guys. Let's take a listen to a visit from Horny and Honky the Clowns.
Merry
Horny.
Christmas indeed. Oh, no, wait a minute. Horny's here.
Horny. Good morning, Horny.
Here he comes.
Horny says good morning.
Clown.
Good morning.
Of course, Horny can't speak because that would break the
Clown Code of Ethics. Yes.
Thank you, everyone, Horny says. Horny says he has a special guest coming up during the fabulous Chick McGee sports broadcast. So
Who would that be?
Stay tuned for that.
Horny? Who would that be?
Can't say, Horny
Oh,
says.
surprise.
He wants it to be a surprise.
Well, okay. So, Horny, you want
wait a minute. Horny says, Kristi,
Yes.
do you like apples?
No, I hate apples, Horny. Get away from me.
Horny says, play along with the bit, Kristi.
I love apples.
Well, Horny wants to stick his hands down your pants and shout, how do you like those apples?
What has come over you, Horny?
Horny apologizes.
I think he's been hanging around Chick a bit too long.
No.
In case you were.
Horny, what size are your shoes?
16.
Ooh, very impressive.
Wow.
Ooh, no clowning around here.
Thank you, Horny.
That's right.
Very impressive.
It's time to check in with the news and Kristi Lee. Kristi?
A sad note this morning from San Antonio, Texas. There, officials at the San Antonio Zoo report that a female elephant crushed a zoo attendant. Apparently, the elephant grabbed the man with her massive trunk and slammed him to the ground. The co-workers of the gentleman, who's a 29-year-old, were shocked and saddened over the death. The man had handled the zoo's elephants for about 2 years and was leading a group of them in an enclosure when yesterday's incident occurred. Jenny, the elephant, is 37 years old and has been living at the San Antonio Zoo since 1962. There are no plans to put Jenny down, so to speak. It was just an accident.
The last thing he heard was... mutiny.
Oh, that's nice.
But I heard he tied their trunks together. And that girl, when did you do that for? And then the next thing you know,
When you need that
what did you do that for?
Yeah, that's nice, Chick.
Oh,
that's really
Oh,
quality.
boy.
A
A crackdown on drunken snowmobilers in Hurley, Wisconsin.
Hurley?
Yeah. Extra patrols caught 18 last weekend and will continue through the winter with the help of $193,000 that the legislative approved.
You know how they catch them?
How's that?
How?
They put barbed wire fences up and they cut their heads off. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, that's attractive.
it's okay, though.
I'd rather be slammed to a ground by an elephant.
Given the choice.
That happens all the time.
It's all right, though, because
that
they're
happens all the time. Bob
Wisconsin.
and I, when we were up in Michigan, every once in a while that would come over the news. You'd just have some guy driving along in a snowmobile, and they'd run into a fence and lop their head right off.
Oh, great. Thank
Happened
you very much.
all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Also, one of the
That or they'd hit stumps.
Yeah, these guys, they'd have a few, I guess, hot toddies decide to get on a snowmobile and say, "Hey, let's drive across Lake Michigan." Hey, idiot, it doesn't freeze all the way across.
Yeah.
Really? They do that?
Oh, they're
all the time.
idiots.
All the time.
Unbelievably
Oh, my
stupid.
goodness.
Well, it looks like I saw the way to Milwaukee.
Just ahead of sports.
Guess where I am?
Right. Declaring the applicant fit, joyfully willing, and uniquely able, the federal government has granted Santa Claus a special travel certificate. Transportation Secretary Andrew Card says the permit allows Kris Kringle to visit the homes of good girls and boys and some adults throughout the country. Card notes a reindeer with a special air navigation warning light on its nose is an added safety feature for cloudy weather. Officials say no one opposed Santa's request for the special permit, which expires the day after Christmas, and they say Santa produced letters from millions of children written on his behalf. So that's good news.
Oh, you bet.
He's got air clearance for Christmas Eve.
It's necessary.
That sounds like an airline I would never fly.
Air
clearance.
Air clearance.
Well, Clarence owns the airway.
Clarence
and,
Williams III will be coming up. Say hi in a minute. Solid, right on.
This is Clarence's airline, and
Clarence.
He fixes the planes and washes them. And
hold on.
Hi, this is Bill from Clarence Airlines.
Hi, Bill. How are you,
Bill?
So you fly for Clarence's airline?
I fly for Clarence. And you know what?
What?
Pretty soon we're going to have clearance on Clarence for the Easter Bunny.
Hey.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
The
Won't that be nice? He'll be able to go hippity-hoppity down the town, delivering presents to good boys and girls. Oh, who are those nice men in the white coats? Hello, fellas.
Hello, fellas. Oh, boy.
It sounded like a drunk Ed Wynn.
Yeah.
It did.
Good morning, sports fans. Bob, Tom, Kristi.
Good morning, Chick.
Uh-oh.
Horny's here.
Just in time.
Horny's here.
Horny's back. Horny the clown. And Horny has a special guest with him.
A special guest visiting for the holidays. It's Horny's cousin Honky the clown.
Guys, look at this. I found this clown wandering around outside.
Honky, excuse me.
Honky the clown.
Honky.
He says, yep.
He's a little pale.
Oh, Honky can't talk either. It's part of the
No, I've got a
clown code of ethics.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Although he was telling me something. Tell him what you just told me, Honky. He's not working for the circus anymore.
Oh, he's not.
Oh, that's Horny says that's too bad.
Thanks for the condolences, he says. Tell him what happened. Go ahead. Seems you knocked up the bearded lady.
Horny failed to mention that Honky's sort of the black sheep clown of the family.
Honky says, how about a joke?
Oh, okay.
Well, good.
I'm still concerned about you knocked up the bearded lady, Honky.
Yep.
Was there any drinking involved in that?
Yeah, a lot, actually.
I'm thinking, yeah.
A couple of bottles of Thunderbird, next thing you know. All right, good one,
All right, go ahead and tell the joke.
Anyway, all right, Honky, what's the joke? All right, these two lesbians walk into a park, right?
Horny says, hold it. Just a second.
No, Honky says it's a really good one.
No, Horny says, no, don't.
That's been called... Maybe Honky
Oh
says...
my. Horny and...
Oh, look
Horny
at
and
this.
Honky are-
Honky's got another
Oh,
great
now
joke.
they're rolling around. No.
You have to do the Heimlich on Honky.
All right, hold on here.
Okay, he's okay now.
Seems to work all right.
Uh-oh, wait a minute. We got to do...
Poor little
Horny. Somebody's turning blue.
Horny, you all right?
Heimlich.
Okay, all right.
God, I was worried about him.
Boy, oh boy.
Okay.
No, you can't.
Excuse me.
Horny reminds Honky that
Can
he
you,
can't tell
gentlemen, I should say clowns, honk one at a time? Thank you.
You idiots. Get out of here.
Honky says that Kristi Lee's a hot little number.
Hey, get away from me.
Horny says I saw her first.
Gee, me.
What's
You
that?
can tell they're from the same family.
Quick. Do the Heimlich on Horny again. Okay, there he goes.
Boy, oh boy.
Well,
all right, we're off to have a few belts there. All right.
Well, Honky,
Okay.
nice to see you.
Says likewise.
Merry Christmas.
There they go, off into the sunset.
Good God. Honky the Clown.
Honky the Clown.
I have another stellar news item in the world of sports, Chick. Ralph Drollinger, a former UCLA basketball player,
Sure, know him
has come up with a way. Now, this is interesting. He has come up with a way for churches to have an influence on their parishioners on Super Bowl Sunday, which, of course, is coming up around the corner. I don't know, what is it, 6-8 weeks away? It's the Super Bowl kit for churches. It includes a videotape by Tom Landry, a version of the New Testament that includes pictures and testimonies from famous athletes, and a special Super Bowl edition of a Christian magazine. So it's kind of a way of tying in the Super Bowl with the religious practices. However, I do think that they've gone a little too far. They changed that one famous Bible story of Jonah and the whale to Jonah in the fridge. Big picture of William Perry. Yeah, I thought that was going a little too far. Can we get Horny and passing him?
No,
Get a special sponsor for sports today.
Oh, do we? Okay.
It's new, it's crazy, and it's educational. It's the Richard Gere Gerbil Habitat Trail Kit. And boy, oh boy, will your gerbils go nuts when they whip down your Richard Gere Gerbil Habitat Trail. Just listen.
Wow, it sure is dark in here.
You. Hey, Squirmy, did you have Limburger cheese for lunch? Whoa!
You'll have hours of fun with the Richard Gere Gerbil Habitat Trail Kit.
Hey, somebody get me out of here.
It's from Ramco Industries. Medicated lotion and suction evacuator sold separately. Void where prohibited. Not approved by the ASPCA or the ASSPAC. All celebrity voices impersonated. Package cover photos. Copyright Robert Mapplethorpe. Gerbils not included.
Yeah, you missed that the first time.
I missed that.
Well, that's perfect.
Yeah, how special.
Who's that?
That's a new organization, Bob.
Yeah, it is. Take two.
More from Bob and Tom is on the way. Stay tuned. This is the best of the Bob and Tom Show.
Q95, good morning. It's Chick and Kristi in for Bob and Tom, WFBQ Indianapolis, 8:15. We're doing best of all week, right, Kristi?
Yes, we are.
All right, that's all I need.
I'm your support group.
Don't say anything else.
Okay.
You know what your job is?
What?
Back me up.
Okay. It's clear. Go in now, Chick.
Bob and Tom Show brought to you by Dryer and Reinbold Infinity. Right now at Dryer and Reinbold Infinity, we're having a huge Infinity summer clearance sale on Q45s, J30s, I30s, G20s. Bingo! Stop in today. You can save anywhere from $2,000 to over $13,000. Are you kidding me? You could save enough to buy another car. Sure. See dealer for details or call 573-0222. That's 573-0222. Hurry in because the sale ends on August 31st. That's Dryer and Reinbold Infinity up north at I-465 and Keystone. You could save $13,000. How could you do that?
Whoa. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, time for some news. Hurricane Felix is posing less of a threat to the United States. In fact, the National Hurricane Center has discontinued all hurricane and tropical storm watches for the mid-Atlantic coast. However, the storm's motion could be erratic for the next couple of days, and folks along the East Coast from North Carolina to New England are going to have to continue to monitor that storm. France is promising tighter security in Paris following a bombing yesterday at the Arc de Triomphe that injured 17. It was the second terrorist bombing of the tourist season. There's no claim of responsibility, but suspicion has fallen on Muslim fundamentalists. Hollywood and Washington mingling in Jackson, Wyoming, where President and Mrs. Clinton are vacationing. The first couple attended an early birthday party for the president at actor Harrison Ford's house last night. Clinton does turn 49 tomorrow. Iraq is angrily denying reports that it's making threatening moves toward its neighbors. The newspaper of Iraq's ruling party is blasting the United States' interpretation of Baghdad's intentions. It calls them, quoting here, merely a frog's croaking and a balloon full of lies. The paper also accuses the Clinton administration of creating unfounded stories to consolidate the U.S. position in the Gulf. The Pentagon says it is moving shiploads of supplies closer to the Persian Gulf region for a potential U.S. military response. Were you laughing?
Did you say shiploads?
Shiploads,
okay.
yeah.
I nodded off there.
By the way, the U.S. is hosting some former enemies for military exercises in Louisiana. A week-long NATO peacekeeping drill began early this morning with an island landing at Fort Polk. It's the first exercise under the NATO Partnership for Peace. No testimony is scheduled for today in the O.J. Simpson trial. Testimony ended for the week yesterday while Judge Lance Ito decides the admissibility of the Mark Furman tapes, and the defense brings in out-of-state witnesses. Yesterday, an L.A. Police Department specialist said Simpson's fingerprints could not be matched to any of the 17 prints found at the scene of Nicole Brown Simpson's murder, but Gilbert Aguilar says he could not rule out Simpson as the source of the prints.
Okay.
Well, he was wearing gloves, wasn't he?
Well, no, they didn't fit, remember?
Oh, that's right. Judge Ito says he wants to take the O.J. jury, by the way, to the murder scene on Sunday night, but first he wants to make sure conditions are as close as possible to the way they were the night that Ron and Nicole were murdered. Barbara Cochran Berry has a new book on the stands, Life After Johnny Cochran, Why I Left the Sweetest Talking, Most Successful Black Lawyer in L.A.
Uh-oh.
The book out today details 17 years of marriage to the O.J. lawyer and describes emotional and physical abuse and philandering. Berry writes of filing restraining orders against Johnny Cochran in 67 and 77 that cite pushing, slappings, beatings, and harassment. He may be on the dream team, but he's a nightmare as a husband, says Barry. Of course, Cochran calls the book a complete fabrication regarding relationships with his ex-wife. I have never struck her or any other woman.
Liar.
Chicago Congressman Mel Reynolds is getting support from a former campaign worker who's contradicting Reynolds' key accuser. Sophia Green yesterday denied engaging in three-way sex with Reynolds and his teenage accuser, Beverly Hurd. Green also said she never saw Reynolds and Hurd together. Beverly Hurd, of course, has testified she had sex with Mel when she was 16, and she and Green had sex with Reynolds as a threesome. Menage a trois at 16. I didn't even know what that word meant.
Did I win the lotto?
Oh, man. I guess his case could go to the jury on Monday. Federal Trade Commission unveiled new rules this week that makes things tougher for telemarketers. Starting on December 31st, telemarketers may only call you between 8 a.m. and 9 p.m. They must disclose immediately that they are selling something and must disclose the total cost before asking for any money.
And it's still too late. You know, I always just say no thank you.
Me too.
I just no thank you and hang out.
Yep. Procter & Gamble is warning consumers to be on the lookout for counterfeit bottles of Head & Shoulders shampoo. The bottle looks exactly like the original, but doesn't have a triangular-shaped recycling symbol stamped on the bottom. P&G says the fake shampoo could possibly be contaminated with bacteria.
Whose shrewd idea was it to black market Head & Shoulders shampoo?
No, I didn't know there was a big market in that.
Man, we can't get any Head & Shoulders, man. Can you get it for us? What the heck?
Oh, boy. Michael Jackson's cyberspace Q&A session turned out to be a pretty tame affair. In an unprecedented link-up between major computer services, Jackson last night fielded pre-screened questions. MTV scrolled that conversation under Michael videos. New York City officials announced there will be no Jerry Garcia Memorial in Central Park Saturday because organizers aren't able to reimburse the city for police, medical, and cleanup costs. Oh, and Spike Lee.
Yeah.
He's on vacation. Let's see where. Oh, at Martha's Vineyard.
Sure.
He caught the biggest striped bass of the season. 57 pounds.
That's almost most Spike weighs.
I know. That's a big old bass.
You must have had a pulley and a winch to get that in the boat. That almost outweighs him.
Kind of a sports note leading right into sports.
Good morning, sports fans. Hi, Kristi.
Hi, Chick.
Mike Piazza and the Dodgers on a roll before running into Pete Shorrock and the Cincinnati Reds. The lefty became the National League's first 13-game winner, retiring the last 14 in a 6-2 win over the hated Dodgers. Shorrock tossed his second complete game and ended Piazza's 16-game hitting streak. The Reds own a 7-game edge over Houston in the Central. Los Angeles lost for only the third time in 11 games, but saw its West Division lead trimmed to just 1 game over Colorado. The Rocks won at home after a 2-7 road trip. Dante Bichette socked his league-leading 29th home run in Colorado's 12-5 rout of the Chicago Cubs. Also, Philadelphia beat Houston by a score of 3-2. Dwight Gooden has told a New Jersey newspaper that he will not be allowed to play in the majors this season. Gooden told the Record that acting commissioner Bud Selig rejected his request to shorten his 1-year suspension from baseball for violating his drug aftercare program. The Cy Young Award winner has said that he wanted to join former teammate Darryl Strawberry on the Yankees. The paper said Gooden's fastball was clocked at 95 miles per hour and quoted Gooden as saying, "If I was allowed back this year, the Yankees would have won it all."
Oh, Dwight.
Sounds to me like he's got some sort of legal action now, legal recourse, because, Strawberry's back with the team.
Yeah.
Why Darryl and not
Dwight?
Doc Gooden? American League scores from last night. Kansas City beat Baltimore 3-2 in 10 innings. Texas went to 10 to take the White Sox 2-1. Toronto 3, Detroit nothing. Milwaukee beat Cleveland 7-3. Boston 4, California 3, and Oakland beat Seattle by a score of 3-2. The newly formed Mickey Mantle Foundation will distribute 1 million organ donor cards at baseball parks Labor Day weekend. Danny Mantle says the family wants to do what it can to promote donor awareness. Sprinter Carl Lewis joined the cause by handing a $25,000 check to the foundation. Cards with Lewis's likeness will be distributed in 1996 prior to the Olympic Games. I wonder what organ Carl wants.
Check.
Lions beat the Bengals last night in preseason football 20-13, and you guessed it, the worst happened. Kenjana Carter pulled up with a knee injury last night during the preseason game, and if you watch a replay of the game, he makes a cut to the left, and his left knee just sort of goes away.
Maybe
goes
it's
right
just
out
a
from
sprain.
Under. Maybe it's just a little owie.
Yeah.
We'll see. We're awaiting word on that. Eagles beat New England 31-7. Mike Tyson tipped the scales at 220 for Saturday's heavyweight bout against Peter, going down in 20 seconds. McNeely. Tyson will give away 4 pounds in his first fight since 1991. Jumping back to football real quick, injuries continue to hound the 49ers. First-round pick J.J. Stokes could miss up to 6 weeks. He broke a bone in his right hand in yesterday's practice. La Crosse County, Wisconsin prosecutors will not pursue rape charges against several members of the New Orleans Saints. Investigators believe at least 4 Saints had sex with a 38-year-old nude dancer. I wish I knew her name. It's probably Angel or Fonda. There's evidently insufficient evidence of rape in that case. Tracy, Melissa Mounds. The Oilers should remain in Houston through 1997. This from KRIV TV in Houston. They quote an unidentified source as saying the Oilers will fulfill their Astrodome lease agreement. Indianapolis Colts coach Ted Marchibroda says the first team offense and defense will play the first half Saturday at Green Bay. Quarterback Craig Erickson will start and play the first half. Paul Justin third quarter. Jim Harbaugh fourth quarter. He'll mop up. Among the winners in the RCA Tennis Championships in Indianapolis yesterday, top seed Pete Sampras, second seed Goran Ivanisevic. Ernie Els carded 9 birdies at that weird international in Colorado. They're using the Stapleford system for scoring on golf, which is
that from overseas?
Some sort of act of Satan, I think. So I think we should.
That Stapleford system.
You know our rule here on the show.
What?
We don't understand it. We make fun of it. So
okay.
I'm going to make fun of that.
Works for me.
That's sports. Kristi.
Further proof that there will soon be a pill for every dysfunction. Fluxamine, a drug used to treat... Fluvoxamine, actually. Fluvoxamine, a drug used to treat obsessive-compulsive disorders.
Ooh.
I could use that.
That is me all over, man.
That is me all over. Has been tested as a cure for shopaholics. A recent study shows that compulsive shoppers respond to the medicine within a few weeks.
Sadly, though, you can't purchase it because you have to shop for the pill. So as soon as they find a way to make it free.
I didn't know there was a drug for obsessive-compulsive disorders.
I didn't either.
Wow.
I need some of that.
You already have a drug. You can't have two.
I know. Sure you can.
I want one.
You can't have too many drugs. That's my... I have a code, Kristi.
You have a code that you live by.
Anyway.
Tom has his code. You have
I
yours.
have mine. The best of the Bob and Tom Show continues. Let's see. Mr. Obvious coming up yet this morning. Also, Tom and I will do our swings of death that Kristi refused to
I will not do things like that. I'm sorry.
participate in.
I'm not going to be bungee jumping, death swinging, nothing like that.
But what's coming up here, Kristi? A Haywood song?
Yep, Haywood Banks. A visit with our buddy Haywood Banks, a comedian who we love dearly, and he comes to visit quite often, and here's one of his visits.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Morning.
And
quit messing up our studio,
we're back
Haywood.
with Haywood Banks and comedian Carl Wolfson.
Yes.
Haywood, how are you?
Terrific. Absolutely terrific.
Well, thanks. It's always a pleasure to see you. But right now, we're going to speak with Carl.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm leaving.
Carl, don't leave. Stick around.
I gotta go.
Why?
And the marshals say...
All you've got is talking to Chick later. Might as well stay as long as you can.
Also here with us, the gunner and Pat Carlini. Oh, Pat, looking good again today.
Pat.
Hi, Pat.
Thanks, hi.
Black
hi,
and red.
guys. Haven't seen you in a while.
Now, Carl, I know that we were talking a little bit about the news earlier because you are an avid CNN watcher.
Oh, yeah, I love CNN. I love those offbeat stories. The circus elephant that went berserk. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Every newscaster said no one knows why the elephant snapped. I'm thinking 20 years of wearing that party hat? I think 2 decades of the pachyderm polka is a bit much. My favorite last year was a 100-year-old guy who bungee jumped. Did you see that? 100-year-old?
I heard about that.
Yeah. Hanging. He was just hanging, man. Teeth and miracle ears all over the ground. It was unbelievable. I thought it was a Depends commercial, I have to tell you.
Shook him loose.
But, it's just entertainment, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Now, Carl, have you been watching the O.J. trial?
Well, what can I tell you? I mean, first of all, O.J. has every damn lawyer in the country. I tuned in last week. Matlock was sitting there. But this has to be the most incredible parade of bozo witnesses from the very start. I mean, the kid at the knife shop at the preliminary. Why'd you tell your story to the National Enquirer? Oh, the pressure. I had to tell the truth to somebody.
Yeah.
How about that $12,000? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You had Rosa and Cato, the dumbest person on this planet, getting what, a $500,000 book advance. What did he get for that?
Something like that.
I mean, his book has to be a literary masterpiece.
I'm sure.
It's like it was really late, and I heard 3 thumps, and I was really scared. Is that enough for chapter 1?
He is a dork.
Since you like watching CNN now, you probably saw him try the gloves on yesterday.
Yeah, saw him try, and OJ has never acted this well in his life.
Sure.
Right.
I mean, he pretty like I thought it was a bit much of Johnny Cochran goes, and then the preparation H popped out of his pocket.
O.J. tried the gloves on. They looked snug, but now, as I was saying, if you ever put on a golf glove, after a glove is sat for a long time, especially when it's been soaking in your type of blood, it tends to get a little small.
But later on, they're going to have the G7 leaders put those condoms on in Nova Scotia, so that's going to be a tight fit too, won't it?
Yeah. Don't you have the extra large? From our country, we are all gifted.
Yeah.
That's why we didn't leave the old country.
That's what you sit there and watch the O.J. trial, and you're going, he's not that good of an actor. He isn't.
Never was.
If Meryl Streep were on trial, sure.
Sure, I could understand.
She could have pulled that off.
Yeah.
Maybe a bad accent. I could turn Bridges of Madison County into something watchable. I am a genius. No.
I just can't believe this thing about maybe his arthritic hands and knees and everything. This is a guy who hurdles through airports, sweats in exercise videos, stars in Frogman movies. All of a sudden, he's Grandma Moj,
Right.
I put a shawl over him, have him try to knit in the corner while the court's going on.
He can't. He's too busy playing hangman with Robert Shapiro.
Whoa.
There's a book out. It's actually a pad. Have you seen this? It's a legal pad.
Yes.
It's supposed to be O.J.'s legal pad.
A little scribbling.
I've got to get one of the guys that wrote that on the air, because one of the jokes is he's thinking religious conversion, taking notes. I could perhaps become Jewish. And it puts shorter Bible ? Very, very nice. Also with us in the studio, it's Haywood Banks.
I have a song about the OJ thing.
Oh,
You
good.
do?
Oh, wow.
I'd love to hear it.
Let me turn your thing on.
There we go.
Do a
There's
little
some
sound check here. Can you please?
Is it working perfectly?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Could you tune it now?
Oh, shut up. I don't care for your attitude, Tom. I want to tell you. I put up with it long enough. I've let you go for a long time, but you are just, you and your pink eye attitude over there. Quit it.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, blood on the socks, blood on the shoes, blood on the gloves, blood on the Bronco, blood on the vestibule, blood in the bedroom, blood in the bathroom. Totally a coincidence. It's totally a coincidence. It's totally a coincidence, and OJ didn't do it.
That was very nice.
I love the short ones.
Thank you.
I really do.
Thank you.
There's so much meaning.
I like the ones with just one chord. Who cares if it's in tune? Well, that was
Not
very
important.
nice.
Where's Rosa
Lopez
Lopez these days? Has anyone seen her?
No, wait, no. You had to have heard about the ventriloquist.
No.
See,
I didn't hear this.
You couldn't make this up. Did anybody
Oh,
read
I
this?
did on CNN.
Rosa Lopez
That's
has a
right.
fiancé now, and he's a ventriloquist.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I haven't heard this.
Yes. It's all right.
Oh,
This is a woman who could stick to a story, huh? What time you see that Bronco? 10, 10, 15, 10, 30, 10, 50, 11, 11, 05, 11, 30, midnight, 1 a.m., Easter Sunday, somewhere around there.
Soul American. It sounds like an auction.
I know. Her eyesight was so bad she could hardly read the cue cards.
Right. But now she's in El Salvador and she's dating a ventriloquist?
Well, somebody has his hand up her.
Engaged to a ventriloquist.
Oh, engaged.
Serious one.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Well,
this is all new to me.
we should take some kind of a short break here, I think.
All right.
Unless you want to do a real song, Haywood. Is Dash here?
I have another song that I'm working on.
All right. Well, let's hear it.
Okay.
Do you want to get the lyrics out, or
wait? Let me find it. Here we go.
Oh boy. Oh, this spells disaster.
I'm working on it.
All right.
It's not done yet. Okay. Okay, here we go. Is it in tune?
It sounds good.
Okay, good. I haven't changed it since you said it wasn't in tune, so here we go.
I'm trying to be nice.
Harry had a pimple, was an acne zit, and it started out so simple, but the zit, it wouldn't quit. No one really noticed, but Perry knew as there was a plug, poor impaction, a bacterial action. It was just a little redness sitting right between the eyes, but a zit with an ambition is a danger in disguise. Mama said, now don't you touch it, and the zit will go away. But he snuck into the bathroom and done it anyway. He tried a little Stridex to smear a Clearasil, even tried to execute it, but the zit he couldn't kill. So he pinched it with his fingers and the tongs from near the fire. Then he really got serious with some channel lock pliers. It was a zit. It was a zit that wouldn't quit. Papa, papa, mow, mow. Well, while he was asleep, the thing began to swell, and it pushed aside the nightstand and went into the hall. Out into the kitchen, you could hear the dishes break when it sat down at the table and had a bowl of Frosted Flakes. It was a zit. It was a zit that wouldn't quit. Papa, mow, mow. That's all I got so far.
Is that all you got?
Oh, beautiful.
I'm not dead yet.
The zit that wouldn't quit.
Yeah.
Could we all sing along to the end part? Papa.
Oh, yeah. Now, Tom. Papa, mow, mow.
Stay tuned. There's more. It's the best of the Bob and Tom Show.